And we're back. Wow. 2 videos in one day. It's good. It's real good. It's real good. Kind of like this Starbucks. Real good. Alright. I am currently in my parking lot at work. I'm on lunch break. I just had another great experience with a customer that I just had to share. I should probably preface, this customer is probably 199 years old. You know, sounded like she smoked like 12 packs a day. And, you know, I've been known to say some offensive things. You know, some people don't like my sense of humor. So if you're offended by certain things that I say, you know, maybe you don't let me make fun of this old woman. Sorry. There's a pause button there. And a dislike if you don't like it. But if you like it, definitely hit that like button. Alright. So this is the second video that I'm putting up today. I did not record these at the same time, as you will be able to tell by the fact that I'm not at Sonic and it's not dark outside. If I didn't post these at the same time, you have no idea what I'm talking about. And you probably don't know anyway, because if you saw last video, you're probably not going to watch this one. But either way, I forgot to say, welcome to Habitually Strange. I am the strange, and this is my habit of being strange. Which, by the way, that's what that name means. It means, by habit, you know, I'm strange. Oh, let me just show you this cool new things. So before, oh, don't look back there. Before I was using this dirty pillow here to prop up my phone. Now I've got this bad boy. Take a look at that. Can you see that? And so I've got a little magnet here. Hands. What's written on my hand? I guess you'll never know. Let me adjust this. Get it just right. Ooh boy. So yeah. Thanks for clicking on the video, by the way. I guess I should point that out there since we're 3 minutes into the video. But anyway, back to the story. So this woman calls in. Of course, she's 12,000 years old. And she's just by the first words out of her mouth, if you can call it a mouth, I know what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of go over what happened here. So let me preface. This woman called in for about a $3 increase on her bill. $3. And she starts off the conversation like this. I'm like, hi, thanks for calling Comcast. You know, this is Zach. How are you doing today? She's like, oh, I'm doing horrible. I'm horrible. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on? What are you having trouble with? She's like, just Comcast in general. They're just the worst. They're horrible. And I'm like, all right. By the way, I must preface that I handle the northern part. So this woman was either from Boston or New Jersey. Do not be offended by the random weird accent I'm giving, because it's not... Someone's looking at me. There he goes. He was staring at me. Anyway, it's not an accurate representation of their accent. So yeah. Anyway, so she calls in and she's screaming at the top of her lungs. So I'm talking like a normal human being, and she's talking like this. Pleasant woman to talk to. Absolutely pleasant. Anyway, she continues down this rabbit hole of misery to explain to me that, you know, there's an increase in her bill. She's like, it says here at the top that there was leftovers from last month at $18.65. She's like, I paid the $18.65. This isn't even a smoker anymore. I don't know what accent I'm doing. I'm just going to stop and I'm going to yell from now on. But
you gotta remember she's talking like this the whole time.
That's a better one. I could use that. But it's whatever. More people are looking at me. I'm getting very weird looks. I'm going to pause the video again. Do you see them? They're walking behind me now. They literally stopped right in front of my truck to just stare at me because I'm screaming. I'll continue the video in a second. Jump cut. They're leaving, which is great. He's still here. You can see his car right there. And there it goes. It's backing up now. So he's probably looking directly at my face. And awkward eye contact. Anyway, back to the story. About 5 minutes has passed waiting on this woman. Speaking of which, I only have 30 minutes to tell this story, so I need to hurry up because that's how long my lunch is. And my lunch has consisted of half of a Starbucks. Cool. So anyway, this woman continues to scream at me. By the way, just to preface, this call went on for 45 minutes. 45 freaking minutes. So yeah, she continues
to yell at me like this, telling me how much she hates Comcast.
And I am politely trying to talk to her, and she's like,
speak up, I can't hear you. I have bad hearing.
I'm sorry to insult this woman, but at this point I'm just kind of tired of her, and so I stick the microphone. We have little microphones that kind of go out like this, and they just kind of hang, you know, the microphones that you expect to see in a call center. So I take that microphone, and I shove it in my mouth, and I stick it right in my mouth and start almost yelling at this woman. And she's like,
okay, I can finally hear you now.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We're making some headway. She can hear me. Thanks. Yeah, anyway. I just got off the call literally a few minutes ago, and so I'm still a little hot about it. And it's hot in here, so I'm gonna... Oh, actually, I better not do that, because now they're gonna hear me yelling. So I'm just gonna have to suffer. Whatever. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Anyway, so she continues to yell at me for no reason. Which, by the way, like I've said, I'm not gonna help you if you're yelling at me. It's not gonna happen. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to help you. Anyway, so I'm doing the best I can to explain to this woman, look, you know, you were charged the $18.56 or whatever it was. It says it right here at the top, but at the bottom, there's a negative amount right there. You can see it plain as day, you know? It cancels itself out. She's like,
why is my bill $4 higher than it was last month?
I was like, I don't know, because they hate you, just like your whole family does? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But that's not what it was. It was because Comcast went through a nice little thing called a price change, which was mentioned in your last bill. And no one seems to read their bill at all. I don't know why they don't. But anyway, so that's what most of our calls are. So I have the bill changes memorized at this point. So I'm like, all right, please hold. Let me take a look here and let's see what the difference is.
You're not going to put me on hold. You're going to look at my bill and you're going to tell me what the difference is. She's like, I've been a member of Comcast for...
Ow. I'm going to stop doing that voice because I'm not going to be able to talk for the rest of my shift. And it's 2:40 now. Just to let you know, I have until 8 o'clock. I have to stop doing that voice, even though it's hilarious. Anyway, she's like, I've been a member of, you know, this Comcast thing, which she said member for some reason. It's not a club, you know, you're not a member, but whatever. You can call it whatever you want, you old hag. But she's like, I've been with Comcast this whole time, and oh, there's a spider. Ha! Killed it. Anyway, she was like, I've been a member. I keep saying member. Kill me. I'm gonna cut that out. I've got to turn the air on or I'm going to physically die. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's let that bell stop. Anyway, so she's like, I've been with Comcast for like 20 years. I don't understand why you're treating me so bad. And I'm like, I'm doing the best I can. I really am. I'm not doing the best I can. I could have given her $60 credit. Didn't, though, because I hate her. I hate this woman. I love her at the same time because, you know, she's a human being. I also hate my truck now for interrupting me, for not wearing a seatbelt while in park. Thanks for that update, truck. Way to ruin it! Anyway. But yeah, like I said, I was doing the best I could. She continued to yell at me for about 42 minutes. But the highlight of this call came after we've gone through almost all of the explanation part, which is about 30 minutes of it. And then I got this nice little rant from this woman. And this isn't a normal rant, because she was trying to not only like just make me as mad as possible, but also make me feel sorry for her. Which, don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna really make me mad if you start doing that. Anyway, so she's yelling at me.
She's talking like this the whole time. And every once in a while, she has to put the phone down and stop.
And I'm like, okay, something really wrong with this woman, and I'm starting to feel bad. She doesn't sound as bad as I do, but she sounds pretty old and stuff, and I'm like, all right, you know, I don't like this woman, but I mean, she sounds like she's in a lot of pain or whatever. And then I realized, because I thought this whole time that she was yelling because she couldn't hear. No, she's got a normal voice, right? So she starts talking all like kind of calm and normal, you know, like a normal human being would. It's just normal. She's just like,
yeah, I'm just having a little trouble with my Comcast bill.
She's talking at a normal rate. So that's when I realized this whole time she has been yelling at me. She's been screaming her lungs out. So she's not, you know, it's not my fault that she's having trouble talking, because she can talk normally, but she's choosing not to. She's choosing to yell at me at the top of her lungs. So then that made me mad. Anyway, this goes on for probably another 10 minutes. So we're at the 40-minute mark, and she begins to ask, which she has been for the whole call. She begins to ask for someone called a customer angry at Comcast people. Her exact words.
Don't you have a center for like angry callers, for customer angry caller center? I want to talk to them. You're not any help at all.
Gone through everything that they're going to do with you, but sure, I'll transfer you to the customer. Oh wait, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing. That doesn't exist. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't all live in a world of your imagination. But we don't. So, I don't know who you want to talk to. I can't transfer you a supervisor because you haven't asked for one. And I can't transfer you to customer solutions, which is who I figure you're talking about. But they no longer handle your issue. I handle your issue, so I'm gonna handle your freaking issue. Alright? Okay? And so I'm practically yelling at this woman from now on. And it just goes further down from there. It's another 5 minutes of her. And by the way, she's screaming cuss words at me. She's not a pleasant human being. You know? Not pleasant at all. And so I'm like, finally, I transfer her to solutions. I get this nice young man on the line. Word for word, I tell him, your day's about to be ruined. You know? By the way, this is all being recorded, so that's why I don't mind saying it. Because I said it on a recorded line. Your day's about to be ruined. She's going to yell at you for no reason. I gave him the talking points. I don't know if I should say this. Anyway, you could stay on the call, like, for a little bit to kind of see how the call's going to go. He answers the phone, right? And he's like, this is... I think he said his name was Jesus from Customer Solutions. How can I help you? Or whatever. This woman picks up the phone and says like 6 words. And I hear him go, and like make a weird noise. And then he hangs up on her. And I'm left on the other line. And I don't know what to do. Oh man, so she's like, hello? I'm like, I did my job. Like, I transferred you over to customer solutions. And like, the little angel on my shoulder is like, pick up the phone, you know? transfer again to customer solutions. But and there's that like small voice in the back of my head that's like, this woman just yelled at you for 45 minutes. So I like unmuted the call, right? And I was just about to listen to the little angel, right? I was like, I'll just answer the call, because if not, I'm just gonna feel bad later. And I hit the unmute button, and she's like yelling cuss words again, and I'm like, nope. And I hung up on her. And it was, oh, it made me feel so good. 45 minutes with that woman, and you know, I was about ready to give up on just humanity as a whole. And then my boy Jesus over in customer solutions, I don't know where you work, and I'm not gonna give your last name out, but it was Jesus. You came in and you just wrecked it. He heard 5 words out of this woman's mouth and hung up. And you know, he might get in trouble for it. I'm not. I did what I was supposed to do. He might get in trouble for it though. And if he does, you know, was it worth it? Yeah. Should he be fired for it? No. And did she deserve it? Yes. Anyway. I did my best with this lady. You can let me know what you think down in the comment section, whether I did the right thing or not. But I think I did everything I was supposed to do. But yeah, as far as that goes, that's pretty much all I've got for you right now. I have about 5 minutes left before I've got to be in there. I just want to say thank you guys, those of you who are tuning in. What's today? Today's Saturday. This is a good day. I think I'm gonna do uploads every Saturday or Sunday. We'll do it that way. We'll alternate. Oh, today's not Saturday, is it? Let me check real quick. I'm trying to scroll through. Today's Tuesday. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? I'll do it every Wednesday. That's what I'll do. So, I don't know why my phone says it's Saturday. It also says December 31st. Thanks, Samsung. And I missed the watch. But whatever. Yeah. So I'll do uploads every Wednesday. That's how we'll do it. I'll upload. So you'll probably get these 2 videos Wednesday. And then I'll do one every Wednesday. That sounds good. I'll kind of copy Jenna Marbles. And we'll do it that way. But as far as everything goes, if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. It's going to help me through some of these days with, you know,
The old woman who keeps calling in.
which, by the way, she's called in 15 times. It's not an exaggeration. That's an exact number. 16 if you count this one. So yeah, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and that like button. Give it a little double tap. And if you want to get notifications for when I post, which will be every Wednesday, go ahead and hit that little bell icon. I've got some pretty interesting stories that I've got worked up. Some of them are going to be from the past, and some of them are going to be from, you know, the present. Not the future, because I'm not a time traveler. Okay? But yeah. I don't know what else to say other than
Hiroshima.
peace!